Hi, my name is Noel Davis with World Composting, and today we're going to do an update on our 10-gallon grow bag from BN Link. And again, they provided me with these bags, so I'm really testing them out as worm bins, but we're also, I think, going to try some gardening with them this spring, now that it's starting to warm up a little bit outside. But right now, we're going to check on our bag that we've got our worm bin in. Now, these have African night crawlers in them. This is, I guess, 11 days after my last update and about 20 or 35 days into having the system since I started it. So with that, we're going to take a look. We're going to add some probably more output from my food cycler, and we're going to maybe add a little bit of food. We'll see. I think we're just going to maybe just add food cycler stuff this time, as we're going to add more paper, and we want to make sure that we're feeding those worms and kind of building up some heat for them. It is warm in my basement. I'm in short sleeves, as you can see. So it's warming up in my house. It's warming up in my basement. These worms should be doing really well, especially in these type of temperatures. But let's take a look and actually see how they're really doing. All right, here is our BN Link bag. As you can see right here, you got the green stitching on it. It's still, let's just lift this up, move it out of the way for a second. There's still some moisture underneath here. But so far, everything is holding up really well with the bag itself, although it's only been, a short period of time. I got a little bit of moisture on the top here. As you can see, the center section is where the moisture is sort of staying. As it goes to the outside, it's going to dissipate because of the fact that this is a bag that allows airflow on the sides. So with that, we're going to slowly just kind of peel back the surface here. We had some coffee grounds in here, as you can see. A little bit of mold on the bag there, but that's okay. This feels a little bit compacted right now, but we got worms in here, and that's what matters here. So I'm just going to peel this back a little bit. You can see right here, a little bit small. I expect them to be a little bit bigger, but it does feel very compacted in here. I probably need to move this around a little bit. But you can see we're seeing a lot of worms in here, especially at the bottom where there's lots of moisture. There's definitely a lot of moisture in the bottom, but that's okay. It can dry out. Hold on, did I see? I thought I saw a cocoon. I missed it. Oh man, I didn't grab that quick enough. That's what I really want to see, are cocoons. I'd love to see these worms sort of take off. Even on the sides over here, plenty of moisture. We're seeing some of these, looks like we've got some pot worms in here that made their way in. I don't know if you can see that. That happens with every system. You get pot worms. I think those are pot worms. They're white, and there's a lot of them on here. But yeah, I bet these are pot worms. I have to admit, I'm not sure exactly what baby African night crawlers look like. I know for the reds, and again, the worms are starting to look a little bit small, and they're not looking 100%. I think this might be a little bit too moist for them, or not enough airflow. So we might need to add some stuff in there. They're not looking 100% right now. It looks like it's maybe a little bit too moist in the bottom here. I did add some water recently again, but I've been trying to keep this really moist. Usually these worms do pretty well with moist stuff, but I think what we're going to do right now is we're going to just mix this in right now and just kind of get the system to dry out just a little bit more. I'm seeing a little bit of mold again in here. Nothing major, nothing concerning, at least from my point of view. We're just going to go ahead and add. Oh, this is what I expect to see with African night crawlers right here. These massive worms. I mean, look at this. Again, though, it doesn't look like they're, I don't know, right here it doesn't look like they're very healthy. I don't know if that's just because they are laying cocoons or what, but everything else looks healthy on the worm except for right there where the band is, which is a little strange. I don't know if they're just laying a lot of cocoons or what's going on. Again, more pot worms in here. That's usually a sign of a lot of moisture. So while I thought this would be drying out through the sides, I think there's a lot of moisture in the bottom here, and it's just sort of staying in the system. So we're going to go ahead and mix this up, mix this all around, kind of dry out some of the system a little bit. Maybe we'll add a little bit of food to the system, because the food that I'm adding is dry. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to dig a hole here right to the bottom, have a little bit of, I was planning to add water, but I don't think we're going to add much water. I think we're going to let this kind of dry out a little bit. But we are going to add a little bit of food in here, because there's no food. There's the mix that I add is gone. But now we're not going to add too much. We're going to add a much smaller amount of food this time. But we're going to add a little bit of food in there, just like that. I'm going to bury that in there. Lots of dust from that. Kind of move this around a little bit. Try to get the food worked into everything else that's there. One thing I don't want to have is the food on top, though, because this stuff does tend to mold, and I don't want that. Now, part of the reason why this is getting a little bit too moist in some areas is the bottom is covered with plastic, and the only place the water can run if I put too much moisture in is to the sides, but then it soaks right back into the bag. So right now we're just going to sort of mix this around a little bit. I do have this charcoal type stuff in here. This is charcoal, but as it breaks down a little bit more and gets smashed up in here, just like this, it's going to turn into biochar, which means that it's going to be activated by the microbes in here and everything. It's going to become really good for soil. We've got this all through the system. Some of these I can break. There we go. See, a lot of these I can just break right in half. They're all really well carbonized. So this is one of those things that I've been trying to do also with my soils now, is try to get the microbes going in this carbon system, which, carbon lasts a long time in the soil. The idea being that this way, if I don't get to fertilize for a while, the fertilizer will still be in the soil because it'll get into those little bits. So I'm going to add a little bit more dry cardboard to the top here. And I'm adding more dry cardboard because, well, it's always good to have extra cardboard in case these worms start taking off and really start eating stuff. You just have more cardboard in there. They do like cardboard. They're massive. They consume a lot of cardboard. In the prior bins that I've run, these worms have burned through cardboard much faster than food. So we're going to add in the food as we did from the food cycler, and then we're going to go ahead and add in that fresh cardboard. No water this time. I don't think they need any moisture. It's pretty wet in there right now. And you can see, it's starting to look like a little bit like mud on some of the lid here. But we are going to put this back on because I do like to have the moisture when it comes up sort of soak back in. And part of the reason why this is so moist is, as I said, it's reflecting off the bottom. It doesn't run out anywhere. If this was on a grate, that might work a little better, to have it run off the system and kind of run out the sides or run down underneath, and you'd be able to get it out of the system. And actually, that'd be a great way to really capture some leachate, or whatever you want to call it, the extra moisture that can be in a system. If you had this on top of like a metal grate, it would run down into here, and then you could collect that and add that to your plants after you water it down. So that might be another option with this. I'm trying to think, do I have a grate that I could put here? I might be able to find one. We'll have to see, but that might be something that I look to do, is maybe put a grate underneath here, and that way the water will run out through the bottom and it's not going to pool right underneath here where it's going to get too moist. And that way, hopefully, it'll lower that moisture content. But for right now, we're going to rotate this. We're going to let this sit here, and we're going to let this just sort of dry out a little bit. Hopefully it's going to dry through the sides. I don't want to take this off because I'm afraid that then it's going to dry out way too quickly, and this is just going to become a death trap for the worms as it dries out that fast. But let's leave it a little bit like this. We'll come back in hopefully a few, maybe a week. We'll take another look at this. We'll see how it's doing and see how the worms are doing in here. But so far, it's doing pretty well. I might have added too much water last time, or not last time, I should say. I've been adding water during the week. I usually just pull this off, dump in a cup of water, and then just walk away. I probably should stop doing that. It's really hard to measure when I'm not actually digging in the soil. So I'm probably adding too much water on the go as I'm doing this. So I'll stop doing that. We'll only add water when I check on the system going forward, and we'll start doing that from now on. So as I said, we're about 35 days in here, and it looks like it's still doing good. Worms, lots of worms in there. There are some pot worms, and we'll see if we start getting some baby worms in there pretty soon as well. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below.